What is going on, YouTube? Welcome to a brand new series here on the channel, Tuesday Tier Talk. Every Tuesday I'm going to be going on here and tiering different things wrestling related. Now it could be wrestling video game related, it could just be wrestling in general, but I want you guys to have a say on this. So from here on out after this video, whatever comment has the most likes or is commented the most will be the thing that I rank in the following week's video. But for this video, we are going to keep it simple and rank WWE 2K showcase modes. Now, I've given my opinion on showcase modes. We've already played through a couple here on the channel, and there are more on the way from previous WWE games. But ever since 2K took over in 2K14, we have had a lot of showcase modes in the past decade. So I think it's a good time to rank them and see where they all stand over the last 10 years. So let's start off with WWE 13's Attitude Era mode. Now, I've played through this mode here on my channel. It was like one of the first series that I did, and I really love this mode. I love the Attitude Era, so I'm a sucker for it. But besides that, I love the fact that they compared the Monday Night Wars throughout it. You got to play as different people in different timelines, so you'd play some Brothers of Destruction, then you'd play Stone Cold, DX. I just think it did a really nice job of pacing it. None of the objectives were really repetitive. The cutscenes were great. So I'm going to put this in the top tier, the S tier, the goated tier of these rankings, WWE 13's Attitude Era mode. It's goated. Now, I should mention that WWE 13 was not made by 2K, but we are including it in these rankings, and I'm okay with that. Next up, we have WWE 2K14's 30 Years of WrestleMania mode. I've also played this one on the channel as well. Now, this is a really hot topic because of the fact that 2K24 had, I guess, the equivalent of 40 years of WrestleMania, although the modes are not really similar in the slightest. So for me, this is the absolute peak of showcase modes. I think this is the best showcase mode that they've ever done. It is my personal favorite. The cutscenes are great. There's, I think, 43 matches or something like that in 30 years of WrestleMania. It's fantastic. I love it. Certainly had, like, you know, nitpicks here and there. Oh, they could have included this cutscene. Maybe they could have did this. But at the end of the day, when you compare it to what we've got recently, it is fantastic. So for me, this is my favorite showcase mode that's ever been done. So I'm putting this in the goated tier as well. So let's move on to WWE 2K15. Now, WWE 2K15 had a couple different showcase modes in it because they started to come out with some of them as DLC. So we'll rank all of them independently because that's how they have it here in the ranking system, as well as I think it deserves its own independent ranking as well because some were honestly better than others. So let's start out with the John Cena, CM Punk, Hustle, Loyalty, Respect one. This one I thought was alright. I thought it was fine. It didn't blow me away at all. I'm gonna put this one in the mid category. I think it was fine. Now, Best Friends, Bitter Enemies is probably my favorite showcase mode from WWE 2K15. I really enjoyed this one. It's also one of my favorite just stories of all time between Triple H and Shawn Michaels. So for me, this one is up there a little bit because of personal preference and personal bias. I'm gonna go with good for this one. It's not goated. It's not on the same level as WWE 13 or 2K14. It's not on that level. That's a completely different tier of showcase, but I'm gonna go with good. I really enjoy this one, and I love this story and the matches that these two had. They were really fun to play through in 2K15, so I'll go good. So there were 3 extra DLCs that came with WWE 2K15. There was one more match, the Hall of Pain, and then the Path of the Warrior. Now, I'll be completely honest with you. I did not play Path of the Warrior. I didn't even know that that was a showcase mode on 2K15 until I saw this, so I cannot say anything about that. I'm going to put that in just, I haven't played it. Now, one more match in Hall of Pain, I'll kind of group together. I think both of these were pretty good. To me, they're like between mid and good. The Hall of Pain obviously is an excellent story. One more match is fun as well. Man, they're between mid and good. I don't want to have everything too like high because we'll get to some of the newer games and they won't be that high. I'm gonna go good on both of these. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about 2K15's One More Match and Hall of Fame. Would you put both of these in good? Would you put one lower than the other? I'm really thinking about it. You know what? I enjoyed both enough where I think I can put them in good. I think they were both pretty fun. Now, WWE 2K16 had Stone Cold Steve Austin on the cover, and the showcase mode was all revolved around him. This was the first time that 2K started to focus on just one person to make the showcase mode about, and this one to me goes in the good tier as well. There was like 20 something, 25, 28 matches, between 25 and 30 matches in this mode. There's a lot to do in this. You get to play as Stone Cold really young in his career all the way up until he's main eventing WrestleMania against The Rock 3 separate times. I really enjoy this one. I'm planning on playing it on the channel here in the near future. I want to go back and revisit it. So for now, I'm going to put it in the good tier as well, with the idea that when we revisit it on the channel here shortly, maybe it goes up, maybe it goes down, but for now I'm just gonna put it in good because I do remember enjoying it the last time I played it, but I'm excited to go back and revisit it here in the future. Now, WWE 2K16 and WWE 2K17 had these Hall of Fame showcases that were kind of interesting, but there wasn't really much meat to the bone, in my opinion, with either of them, if I remember correctly. To me, really what they were was it allowed like the roster to expand within showcase mode. So like you would use like Hall of Famers who weren't normally in the game, and then you could unlock them. So I think at least that was cool, but we're just ranking these on the modes themselves, and to me these modes just didn't really have much like to them at all, except for the roster expansion that they brought. So I'm gonna put them in the bad tier. I think both of them are, there's just not much to them other than the fact that they added to the roster. Let me know your guys' thoughts. So WWE 2K18 did not have a showcase mode at all. So we move right along to 2K19 and the Daniel Bryan showcase. I really enjoyed this one, even though it was a little bit shorter. I did enjoy it. It was always fun to play through these as 2K continues to focus in on one superstar stories. They started to get interviews and things between matches at this point, but I enjoyed this one, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in the good tier. I enjoyed it. So WWE 2K20 featured the Women's Revolution story. This one was another one that was a lot of fun because you got to play through the rise of the women's wrestling for the first time. And so this one to me is by far the best 2K20 had. They came out with some DLCs that were really, really bad, honestly. But this one is a lot of fun. I'm going to throw this in the good category as well, because the good category is getting a little crowded, but a lot of these have been good. I enjoy a lot of WWE 2K showcase modes, I have to admit, so I'm going to put it in the good category. So WWE 2K20 did also feature a number of DLCs that are not in this ranking that I'm doing, because honestly, they're not really worth ranking. To me, they're the 3 worst. I don't even think I played like one of them, maybe even 2 of them, because they were so bad. To me, they're bad. They're about as bad as it gets. So I'd have them in the bad if they were on this ranking, but they're not. I just did not enjoy them at all. It was like playing through like things that weren't about wrestling. Like you were like, it was awful. It was awful. Just bad. So we go right to WWE 2K22. Now, if I remember correctly, and I couldn't find anything on this when I tried to look it up, so I could be wrong. And if I am, please correct me in the comments below, because I am a human who gets things wrong at times. But I believe WWE 2K22 was the first time they started to introduce the slingshot technology into the game. And so this to me is where showcase modes really started to take a turn for the worst. They did not have commentary any longer. They had the slingshot technology. They were just bad. I do not really enjoy slingshot at all, as I've made known on this channel. The Rey Mysterio one I thought was fine, and if I'm ranking any of them, I thought the Rey Mysterio one was okay compared to the other 2, but I just do not really enjoy these. I don't enjoy Slingshot. I don't really enjoy a lot of what these have to offer. So I'm going to put WWE 2K22's Rey Mysterio showcase and WWE 2K23's John Cena showcase in the bad category. And I'm actually going to be generous here a little bit. I've talked a lot badly about WWE 2K24's 40 Years of WrestleMania, Showcase of Immortals, whatever you want to call it. I do think it brought a lot of good, though. The graphics were great, the arenas look great, the superstars look great. It had its flaws, but at the end of the day, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't awful. It was fine, I guess. I think it was mid. So I'm going to put it in the mid category. I'm going to be generous. I know I said I enjoyed the Rey Mysterio mode, but I was just thinking about it. And I actually did enjoy the 40 Years of WrestleMania more than that because I like the variety. I think that with 2K23 in the John Cena mode, they really tried something different where you played against him, but I just didn't enjoy it. It wasn't for me. I didn't enjoy it. The only cool part to me was if Cena won the matches and he was supposed to lose, there was cutscenes that were kind of cool, like the ECW one, but that's not enough. To me, that goes in the bad. 40 Years of WrestleMania, I'll put in the mid. I don't think it was terrible. So I want to go over my rankings one final time to make sure that I like everything that I see and that I can stamp these in for approval, and then let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. So for GOATed, I have WWE 13's Attitude Era mode and 2K14's 30 Years of WrestleMania. Now remember, this is only supposed to go up until 2K took over, so we're not including like SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 or anything like that. We will get to those in another separate video. So we're going to keep those in the GOATed tier. I feel really good about that. The good tier, we have 2K15's Best Friends, Bitter Enemies, 2K15's One More Match, 2K15's Hall of Pain, WWE 2K16's Stone Cold Austin 316 Showcase, 2K19's Daniel Bryan Showcase, and then the 2K20 Women's Evolution Showcase. I feel pretty good about that overall. I think all of these are pretty solid. If I could change one, maybe I would put Hall of Pain down to mid and put up Hustle, Loyalty, and Respect. That's kind of what I'm debating in my mind. I think, should I do that? What do you guys think? Should I move Hustle, Loyalty, and Respect to good and Hall of Pain down to mid? Nah, I think I'm going to keep it. Because I think that Hustle, Loyalty, and Respect being mid is kind of controversial a little bit. I don't think a lot of people are going to agree with that. So I'm going to keep that on mid. Now, I will admit, I am not the biggest or the brightest CM Punk fan in the world at all. I'm not a fan. So that's honestly partly why I put it in the mid. But I have Hustle, Loyalty, and Respect, and then 2K24's 40 Years of WrestleMania in the mid category. And then the bad category, I have 2K16 and 2K17's Hall of Fame mode. Again, I didn't really think there was much to them. And then 2K22 and 2K23's Rey Mysterio and John Cena's Showcase mode. And then lastly, I have not played Path of the Warrior in 2K15. So I am putting these rankings officially in. These are my official rankings for Showcase mode from WWE 13 all the way up to WWE 2K24. Again, let me know in the comment section below what you agree, disagree with. I know that you didn't agree with everything I said, and that's okay. That's the fun of it. And also let me know in the comment section below, what do you want to see me rank next? Again, it doesn't necessarily have to be just about wrestling video games. It can be about wrestling in general. I want to rank Undertaker matches, WrestleManias, all that stuff. Just put it in the comment section. Again, whatever has the most likes or is commented the most often will be the thing that we rank in the following week's episode. These will again be dropping every Tuesday here on the channel, so hopefully you guys enjoy them. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all of the support as always, and I will see you all in the next video.